about this, but the other night it just came to me. I was watching a video and somebody said, "Oh, that guy's probably," or maybe it was a lady. Something about, "Oh, she's probably thinks she's an emancipated person," or something like that. And I remember it kind of triggered a memory of another video where I watched somebody. She had a British accent, so I don't know if she was in the UK or if she was in the US or some other country. You know, she's speaking English. The references that she made to the government kind of alluded that she was from the UK, but she was talking about being an emancipated person and what forms you had to fill out. This thing's shaking a lot. She was talking about what forms you had to fill out and how long you had to wait and what the rules were. And then after you get that through the process, if they don't speak up or if they don't reject your application to emancipate yourself from the parish or whatever it was, some government agency or entity, then you were an emancipated person, meaning you don't pay local taxes anymore. You don't have to pay for government services. You don't have to register your car, all that mess, right? And it sounds good on paper, and all these people who want to do that, more power to you. But there's no action without reaction. And I'm not advocating for it or against it. I'm just saying, here are the things that you have to consider when you do something like that, right? Same thing is, you have to consider things for not doing it. But, we all kind of know what comes with, hey, Popo. They're in the median. We all know what things come with paying your taxes, obeying the local laws or what we perceive are the local laws to be, and we enjoy the benefits of civilized society, right? Well, the things that I think people who want to emancipate themselves from society are missing is that, when you emancipate yourself, you don't have to pay into a government system that does things or pays for things with technically our money that you don't agree with. I get it. I get that. There are lots of things in every organization that we pay for that if you really knew what they were paying for, it would make you, kind of disappointed or angry at the very least. But we put up with it. But anyway, so the things you want to think about becoming an emancipated person is that you're an emancipated person, but everybody else in society may not know unless you walk around with a sign saying, "I'm an emancipated person," right? If your house caught fire and your neighbors call the fire department to come to your house, they're not going to say, "Oh, that's emancipated," and can't talk. That house belongs to an emancipated person. They are now responsible for their own fire, police protection, and all that. No, because you're still reaping the benefits of civilized society that pays into that system, right? I'll be the first one to tell you that I believe and I've personally experienced government waste, right? Everybody knows it. Everybody has that feeling, but we put up with it because to us the good parts of what government provides outweighs for now the bad, right? That, as far as we know. But when you emancipate yourself, you're saying, "I don't want to participate in your legal system anymore." That's fine. That's if there's a legal remedy for that. But the caveat is you also no longer should benefit from that system, because you no longer pay into that system. That's like joining a sports club, or some kind of a private entity, like a racquetball club or a tennis club, or like paying dues to a golf course, right? Once you stop paying your dues, you don't get the benefit of using those facilities anymore. So same thing is, if you want to emancipate yourself from the government system and choose not to participate in taxes or theft, then by all means, that's your right. But don't expect the police to show up if your house is getting broke into. Don't expect the fire department to show up when your house is on fire. Don't use the roads, because you're not paying for the usage of the roads anymore. Don't use any other government services. So, but in reality, that's not going to happen. So essentially, what those people are who emancipate themselves, they're scammers. They're scammers into the system, and they're still using the resources that you and I still pay for, but because they've chosen not to participate in the payment of the system, but they're still using those resources. So that's my 2 cents on emancipated persons, right?